So in my last video, I basically told you to just start a video. And if you don't know what to make, just make a simple vlog about maybe going to the supermarket or a vlog about your day to just get into the habit of recording videos. And now I just put the money where my mouth is that the word? And I'm going to film a day in my life, kind of vlog with some tips and tricks sparkled into the video to kind of get you started. So, as I said, this is going to be a short little vlog about my day-to-day life and just to give you some inspiration what you could do with your video. I think the most important part when you start a vlog like this is to be quite free in what you want to do, but still have some structure of what that day is going to be and have a short little storyline of everything that you want to make. Now I'm going to film all that I do during my day because I have a job for a coffee client. I'm editing a video and an advertisement for them. I cannot show you anything of that because I've obviously signed an NDA, but as I said, I will bring you along through that day and give you a couple of small little tips and tricks that you can implement in your video. And yeah, first and foremost, let's get some breakfast. So I always start my day with some workout, small workout, because just like these vlogs, I like to work out every single day, but have like short sessions. I always train like for 20 minutes. In the beginning, I only trained 5 minutes each day, and then I increase the amount of exercises and weights and stuff like that. And this is basically the same with YouTube and vlogging. You try to incorporate videos into your life as much as possible on a repeated basis to get better and better and better every single time. And that is why I always kind of in air quotes preach that you should make videos as much and as many times as possible to get better every single time. And no matter how, like in air quotes, stupid or small those videos might be, if you practice as many times as possible, then you will get better eventually, and then viewers will come also eventually. So my breakfast every day is always this Huel, not sponsored. I have been buying this stuff for, I would say, 5 or 6 years. A long time. I really like this stuff, especially if you're working out and training. This is a good kind of alternative to breakfast. I really like this. And moreover, I always cut up some fruit for my wife and then we start the workday. One tip for making these vlogs, as you can tell already, I'm switching up the camera as much as possible. Obviously, you don't need to do this because in the beginning you will be overwhelmed with talking to the camera anyways. But switching up the camera and recording a bunch of B-roll and different shots will kind of spice up your video. Again, this is just for some inspiration that you can do to kind of make that video more interesting. But as I said in the beginning, it will be difficult to talk in front of the camera anyway. So keep it simple as much as possible so you won't get in your way by overcomplicating the video. But the more you kind of get into the habit of creating videos, the more you can kind of incorporate different B-roll or different angles. And if you kind of stop and start recording, you can always kind of look at the clip that you did before and what you have been saying in the end, and then pick up where you left off in whatever you were saying when you switch the camera angle, for example. So as previously mentioned in my video, what kind of investments you should make when you want to start vlogging or creating videos. I think you shouldn't concentrate that much on your camera in the beginning because we all have great phones in our pockets and those phones can record amazing video. The most important part of making a video, in my humble opinion, is audio, and you should invest in a good microphone that you could connect to your phone or record externally, because you can't have the best camera. If the audio is terrible, then no one will watch. You can have a terrible camera, but if the audio is good, many people will more likely stick to your video and watch it through the end because the audio is so important. So again, If you start out, use your phone, but invest in a good microphone. Either be it a wired one that you can connect to your phone or a lav mic, like in my case, the DJI Mic 2. I will link a couple of mics in the description below, but also check out the video about the investments that I think you should make when starting out a YouTube channel.
Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route.
Alright, so let's start the work day. As I said, I'm going to edit a commercial for a coffee brand, and due to an NDA, I cannot show it unfortunately, but I will show you some B-roll of me working my keyboard and stuff like that. And yeah, maybe give you some inspiration of what you can film during your day-to-day life. And I can only emphasize that making this video is all about practice, 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 allowing yourself to experiment, allowing yourself to make mistakes. And as you maybe can tell, I don't think that my life is that interesting. But I think even if you just film your day-to-day life, again, let's be honest, not many people will watch it in the beginning, and this is all about making as many videos as possible and practicing the skills of filming, the skills of talking to the camera, the skills of editing that video, or maybe not editing it, but maybe later on, but editing it then with B-roll and stuff like that to make it interesting. But that is a journey, that is something that you will build up over time, and trying to make these videos as interesting as possible by switching out the angles and stuff like that. That is experience that will come over time because you allowed yourself to experiment, because you allow yourself to make mistakes. So as I said, it's just a video to kind of give you some inspiration of what you can do, even if your day as you might perceive it is boring. But if you can fill it up with a storyline, for example, this video, as you can tell, is all about giving you some inspiration, giving you some examples of what you can do. Even though you maybe just go to a supermarket, you maybe just make some breakfast, or you're working at the desk where nothing big is happening, you even then can tell your story, talk in front of the camera. You don't have to make it this elaborate. Just talking to the camera is something that you will need to practice, and a skill where you will get better over time. And the more you make it, the more videos you create, the better you will get. That is why I think you should not kind of block yourself by the idea of, oh, I need a big elaborate video. Oh, I need this camera to make the best video as possible. I'm currently recording on a DJI Pocket 3, but as I've said, you can film on your phone, use a mic for the best audio as possible, and yeah, just create. Story is king, and I understand that you maybe not have always the story, but this is about you creating a video and documenting your life. And eventually some people will kind of find that interesting and watch your videos, and then more people will come. But this is all about practice. Alright, that was the short little vlog, and where I tried to kind of illustrate what you could do to start out, be it recording something during your day, going to the supermarket, or whatever it might be. Again, I just want to re-emphasize, it's all about just starting, not to think too much about something very elaborate or very big. Make a simple video first and then practice, practice, practice again. Allow yourself to experiment, allow yourself to make mistakes, and just make small little videos to get into the habit of making videos, and hopefully then over the long journey create a video that you can be proud of, that is much more elaborate. But on that journey you gain so much more experience and knowledge about how to make these videos. Alright, I hope you liked this video. Maybe also check out my video about finding your niche in the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. I see you in the next video. Thank you very much.